Hello Rock Driven Radio, my name is Miles Meakin and I'm the guitarist for MIDNITE CITY based in the UK. So, let's the interview begin. Here we go! My name is Miles Meakin and I am the guitarist of the UK based band MIDNITE CITY. The other band members are Sean Chauvette on keyboards, Josh Williams on bass, Pete Newdeck on drums and Rob Wild on vocals. Rob, Sean and myself live in Nottingham. Our bass player Josh Williams lives in Stoke-on-Trent and our drummer Pete Newdeck lives in Tewkesbury. Together we are MIDNITE CITY. We are a hair metal band with sleaze and AOR influences, but I would describe us as mostly like Danger Danger or Def Leppard, that kind of genre. When I was at school, I got in on a music scholarship and I played various brass instruments in the school orchestra, sang in the choir, played classical acoustic guitar and piano. But I was really into rock music growing up and I always wanted to learn all like the Eddie Van Halen kind of like guitar soloing styles and tricks. But my guitar teacher at school, you see, he only taught like classical acoustic. So he couldn't teach me any of that kind of stuff. But when I finished school, I got a job and I worked really hard and I got myself a decent electric guitar and a decent amplifier. And I really knuckled down to like learning rock songs and like the kind of techniques for a lead guitarist to know. Techniques such as finger tapping, practicing alternate picking to a metronome, learning different scales, like the different positions, and just kept practicing every day. Okay, so Rob Marcello, Marcos Fogli, Jun Sano, Takayoshi Omura, and finally A to Z from the Japanese band Mint Jam. Oh, absolutely. All the time. Sometimes I go to bed wearing sunglasses. I'm joking, of course. The way I feel about this is that I think it's really important to be yourself as a person, and not do this whole put on this different persona thing. I'm always myself because I'm me. So. In a previous life, I would probably go with Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, because his music was just very, from a classical view, it was very extreme and over the top. He did the whole too many notes in his music, which I tend to have a habit of doing sometimes when it comes to like writing songs. In a future life, I don't know from the future. No, but I do hope the future for myself to be comfortable, healthy, and happy. I would go with a sense of humour. I think that's really important because you are more likely to remember happy memories and the times you was laughing at, rather than being stressed and wound up all the time and getting into situations that ruin the good times. And I like to be the one, who makes people laugh. When we play a show, the audience have like big smiles on their faces, and it's very infectious, and that gives the band more encouragement to play with high energy. It's great because we kind of feed off each other. We like the audience to have happy memories and to have really enjoyed the gig. I feel like they are valued by the band, that they want to hear more and come to our shows and basically be part of MIDNITE CITY, be part of the MIDNITE CITY fan base. We love the fans, and we really want them to feel that. Jun Sano, who is the music director for Sega, and he is also the guitarist for the band Crush 40. Because when I was growing up, I would never forget. I I used to go to this shop in Nottingham called Another World, and nowadays it's called Forbidden Planet. But this shop used to sell like comic books and video games, and I remember going there and buying Sonic Adventure, and I came home and I used to play it on my brother's Sega Dreamcast, and I was blown away by the music completely. You put the game in, and you see like the intro movie, and you hear "Open Your Heart" by Crush 40. And my mind was just absolutely blown, because you just hear this epic guitar playing, great heavy metal music, and the guitar solo from the song is just absolutely kick-ass. And that song also has Johnny Gioli from the band Hardline singing vocals, and that kind of got me into the whole like hard rock kind of bands like Hardline and Danger Danger and TNT, because the singers from those bands also sing songs for the Sonic the Hedgehog games. Wembley Stadium in London, because who wouldn't want to play in front of thousands of people? Our lead singer, Rob Wild, writes lyrics and records basic demos for us to listen to, and we will each write our own parts. And then we head down to P&P Productions in Tewkesbury, which is owned by our drummer Pete Newdeck, where we will record our parts, resulting in finished songs sounding awesome, absolutely kick-ass. Our bass player Josh Williams, he has this very British heavy metal vibe going, for him. He's very influenced by Steve Harris from Iron Maiden, absolutely kick-ass bass player. And then our keyboard player Sean Charvette is really good. I like doing the whole like 80s retro wave kind of like synths on his keyboards. And then Pete's drumming makes the song sound huge, and he also has an exceptional knowledge on music production. And then finally our lead singer Rob, his singing and lyrics bring it all together. He has a great melodic voice. I always wanted to be a well-known rock guitar player. Fortunately, thanks to the internet, I started doing YouTube videos where I play various rock and metal songs and even video game soundtracks. Which, by the way, thank you all very much for the subscribers of my YouTube channel. You guys are the best. If you want to have a look, just search Miles Meakin on YouTube in the search bar, and the same also goes for Twitter and Instagram too. Okay, so on Tuesday we fly to Japan, which we are doing 2 shows over there. The first one being in Tokyo, and then the second one being in Osaka. Really looking forward to that. And then when we come back in November, we do a UK tour. So November the 8th, we play at Decadence in London. November the 9th, we play at Albert's in Nottingham. On November the 15th, we play at Trillions in Newcastle. November the 17th, we play at Bannerman's in Edinburgh. November 22nd, we play in Cobblestones in Bridgewater. And the final date of the tour, we play on November 23rd at Night Train in Bradford. You can follow the band at www.facebook.com/MIDNITE CITY UK. You can also find us on Twitter and Instagram. I will put the links in the description below. You can also watch music videos just by typing in the search bar MIDNITE CITY. Thank you very much, Rock Driven Radio. Thank you very much, Petra, for this interview opportunity. I hope to see you guys at a MIDNITE CITY show. Keep rocking the world forever. Rock on.